We both became more successful, and we both believed in each other. The more disrespectful he became. He bought a property with good credit so he could eat and drink with his ex-girlfriends. Not only was this girl the only one, it just so happens that she was the one who kept his child. Kevin Hunter is squeezing his ex-wife dry to the last speck by constantly harassing her for more money. However, in the end, Wendy Williams had had enough of this absurdity and exposed him for threatening her with extortion in order to obtain even more money for him and his mistress. What exactly is it that this isn't, if not gold mining? Kevin Hunter appears to be taking legal action because he wants Wendy Williams to give him more money, as if that weren't enough. The TV host, who clearly doesn't feel well physically, has been giving money to her ex-husband out of kindness. Kevin has been unemployed since her divorce and lives paycheck to paycheck on alimony payments. The host of the television show has been open about her disappointment with Kevin. We're here for it too. You have left. He has left. And now you've forgotten about the situation. Yeah, I had a great time meeting him. I have no regrets about falling for him. Even though I was aware that he was cheating, that I was going to divorce him, and that the situation existed, I do not regret expressing my love for him on radio and television. We are proud of her for having the guts to end their marriage because it was clearly hurting her, and they were just dragging it out for too long. We have no regrets about marrying Kevin, which demonstrates her true goodness. The marriage between Wendy and Kevin was far from perfect. We mean extremely far away. Despite the couple's nearly 2 decades of marriage, so many strange things took place. Kevin was Wendy's right-hand man, and she was always the star. He also produced The Wendy Williams Show and was her manager. While she was putting herself to death and protecting him, he started cheating on a lot of women. When she gave birth to their son in the year 2000, she was the first to learn about the cheating. That's because they didn't have a good first and second pregnancy. Probably the reason Kevin Hunter started cheating on his girlfriend. Williams would remain on bed rest throughout her third pregnancy with Hunter, which would result in the pregnancy being a success. Kevin Jr., their son, was born in 2000. Since she had just given birth to their son 2 months prior, Big Kev wasn't in the bed, so she would wake up at 20 to use the bathroom. She could also hear her husband talking greasy on the phone up in one of the guest rooms when she entered little Kev's nursery. Wendy claimed that she truly loved him and forgave him for the sake of their family. On the other hand, Wendy's family has been pleading with her to leave Kevin, but she has refused because she claims to love him. She could have picked any man she wanted, but she stayed with him because they started a family with him. Even though Kevin was forgiven by Wendy, he continued to cheat. He also stayed with one of the women for a long time. The worst part is that Wendy was aware of this, but did nothing about it because, once more, she claims they were in love. She referred to Kevin as a frequent cheater. She must have been aware almost from the beginning of their relationship, even before they got married, that he was having affairs. However, she stated that she does not regret enduring their 25-year relationship. She's correct, but it's also clear that he's using her to get money for himself. Kevin would buy Sharina Hudson expensive cars, designer handbags, and even a house 9 miles away from his and Wendy's family home at one point. Wendy was aware that the money had been used by her former husband to rant and kill his other partner. He seems to be a complete gold miner for that. He may have even informed Sharina that he was staying with Wendy and could not leave her because she was paying all of the bills, according to rumors. The real question is whether Sharina will remain with Kevin now that he is broke, without a job, and knows Wendy is there for him. We think so because, if not for that, Kevin Hunter wouldn't fight so hard for alimony, and more embarrassingly, child support for his 22-year-old son. The story begins when Wendy discovered that there was more to the situation than just a relationship. After hiring a private investigator, she learned that Kevin's long-term mistress was pregnant with his child. The hiring of a private investigator is a common practice among celebrities. In this instance, Wendy won because she already knew that her husband was cheating on her. Because she didn't want to take care of another person's love child with him when Sharina got pregnant. Her only rule was that he couldn't get anyone pregnant. Kevin Hunter's doorstep was served with divorce papers immediately. The divorce between Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter was finalized in January 2020. Williams says in a press conference that she has no regrets about her life's ups and downs, including the ones that involved her ex-husband and former manager. Have you changed the last name on all of your bank accounts, credit cards, and other financial accounts? No, Wendy Hunter is my full name. Okay, that is the name of my son, and you cannot take it away from me. She is far too helpful for this. Because the next thing that happened was heartbreaking. Because their child is no longer a minor, Kevin Hunter wants to be compensated for alimony and child support. Naturally, Wendy agreed, refusing to pay alimony because Kevin had a positive impact on her career as her manager. They were also married. She had no problem at all with that. Despite opposition from her family and fans, she was supposed to get married there. She still loved him after years of being together for decades. He was fortunate because he lacked employment. Getting fired from the Wendy Williams show is another consequence of Wendy's divorce. The day he received notice of the divorce. He also got rid of his job as manager from Wendy, which he totally deserved. After that, Kevin Hunter apologized to Wendy in public to make himself look good to the public. But he did not confirm or deny that he is the father of the child. In a statement, Kevin said, "I am not proud of my recent actions. Take full responsibility and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans. I'm trying to right some wrongs as I go through a time of self-reflection." Who was he kidding when he said that the way he played Wendy Williams caused her to spiral out of control, make her sick, and leave the Wendy Williams show? She entered and exited rehab multiple times as she developed an alcohol dependence. It turns out that Wendy had a few surprises in store for her. She not only destroyed their brand new home, but also fired him from his job. The best thing about it all, though, was that she didn't have to pay alimony if she lost her show job. As long as she still had the Wendy Williams show or other projects lined up with the same pay, she would keep the money. After a few months, the show was canceled because she left, and she stopped paying alimony. She did, in fact, pay it out of her own pocket for a few months, which is very kind of her. However, now that she is not legally required to do so, her ex-husband is furious. Sharina would be able to start new businesses with the help of the alimony, which would also enable Kevin to provide for his family, even if he was unemployed. They are demeaning Wendy and her guardians, who are assisting her financially while she is ill.